Welcome to the depths of the strange, otherworldly, unknown, paranormal, and much more, where we explore theories that defy logic, reason, and will leave you questioning reality itself. Vampires have existed in stories for hundreds of years. Nearly every culture has told tales of creatures that feed on the living, refuse to stay dead, and lurk in the darkness. Most people dismiss these legends as pure fiction, created to explain the fears of a world that lacked modern science. But every legend has an origin, and some began with events that were disturbing enough to convince entire communities that monsters were real. The year was 1726, and in a quiet Serbian village, fear had become more contagious than any disease. As the sun disappeared each evening, families barred their doors, whispered prayers, and waited for morning. They weren't hiding from an invading army or a plague. They believed something far more terrifying was walking among them after dark, and his name was Arnold Paole. According to historical records, Arnold had once been a soldier. During his military service, he told those close to him that he had been attacked by what he believed was a vampire. Whether he truly believed it or simply repeated a local superstition, no one can say. But many, of course, thought he had lost his mind. He claimed the only way to prevent from becoming a vampire himself was to eat soil taken from the vampire's grave and smear himself with its blood. A ritual rooted in old Balkan folklore, which he actually did. Not long after returning home from service, Arnold suddenly died during a tragic farming accident. He fell from a hay wagon and broke his neck. His story should have ended there. Instead, that's where it began. The village buried him and paid their respects. But then, weeks after his funeral, villagers started reporting strange encounters. Some claimed Arnold appeared at the foot of their beds while they slept. Others said they woke in the middle of the night, unable to breathe, convinced something was pressing down on their chest. Then people randomly began dying, one after another. To the villagers, there was only one explanation. Arnold Paole had returned from the dead. The panic became so widespread that local authorities ordered an official investigation. When Arnold's grave was opened, those present described a sight that would echo through history. His body appeared remarkably well preserved. Witnesses reported what looked like fresh blood around his mouth, and they believed his hair and fingernails had continued to grow after death. The investigators concluded they could actually be looking at a vampire. According to the records, they drove a wooden stake through Arnold's heart. Witnesses even claimed blood poured from his mouth and ears as the stake was driven in. His body was then burned, and the ashes were buried, all in the hope that the nightmare would finally end. But it didn't. Only months later, another wave of mysterious deaths swept through the village. This time, people believed Arnold's victims had become vampires themselves. More graves were opened, more bodies were examined, more stakes were driven into lifeless hearts. The official reports spread across Europe, fueling one of history's greatest vampire scares. Centuries later, they still exist, leaving historians with a fascinating glimpse into a world where fear, folklore, and unexplained deaths collided. Was it mass hysteria? A misunderstanding of disease and decomposition? Or did frightened villagers truly believe they had witnessed something beyond explanation? Although we don't really hear much about vampires nowadays, could it have been a species that once roamed the earth hundreds of years ago? We'll probably never know. The truth was buried with Arnold Paole nearly 300 years ago, but legends have a strange way of surviving long after the evidence disappears. And some graves never really stay silent. That's it for this video. I'm interested to know your own theories and thoughts, so please do share them in the comments. I'm also open to video ideas, so feel free to let me know. If you enjoy my videos, then please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you as always. And don't forget to keep questioning reality.